The Trojan Blade is presented by Prize Picks. What's up, guys? My name is Gabe, and welcome back to the Trojan Blade. Welcome back to a brand new video. This is episode 3 of the Fall Camp Preview Series, and today we're talking about the pass catchers, wide receivers, tight ends. This is going to be a lot more, I guess, of an opinionated video than the quarterbacks and running backs were, because those were really cut and dry. Not a ton of room for conversation or debate. That's not the case with these rooms for sure, and we have a lot of guys to get to. So if you are enjoying the videos, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Make sure to leave a comment down below, as that helps the YouTube algorithm. And let's just get straight into this here. All right, so meeting this wide receiver room where we're going to start today. A lot of names, a lot of guys on here. The question is, I don't think who are the starters going to be at the beginning of the season. I think who's going to be the statistical leaders come the end of the season. I think that's the much more interesting topic of conversation, because we've seen with Lincoln Riley, when it comes to wideouts, he's going to start with the guys who have had the best camps, who are the most secure and predictable, good hands, going to run routes the right way, all of that stuff. But guys are going to emerge as the year goes on. And with as many young guys as we have, a bunch of options there for that. But starting with who's likely wide receiver 1, let's talk about Tanuk Hines. So a guy that played a lot as a true freshman last year, and to play as a true freshman for Lincoln Riley at any position, but especially a wideout, that means you're a very special talent. Now, he took a while to get going. He had some freshman moments, some drops, some whiffs in the blocking game, but he got better and better as the year went on. He obviously had his biggest performance against Oregon, and he also played very well in the bowl game against TCU. The question for Tanuk is going to be, how do you operate when there's not a Makai Lemon and a Jacoby Lane to draw all the attention away from you and you're one-on-one every single snap? We haven't seen that yet with Tanuk against a really quality defense, and we're going to see that against Oregon. They know. They got burned by him last year. Dan Lanning's going to have Tanuk Hines circled and highlighted, and they're going to be watching every single move of his. So it's going to be a different story, and I don't know what his upside is necessarily as a receiver. I mean, you would say the same thing about Makai Lemon, though. Physically, not the most gifted, not the tallest, not the fastest, can't jump the highest. But Makai had that dog in him, and I think Tanuk has a lot of that as well, especially in those contested catch situations. Very good at attacking the football. So to see how he progresses this year is going to be interesting. There's no doubt in my mind he's going to be one of those first guys out there. Definitely his job to lose at the moment. Next up, we got to talk about the NC State transfer, Terrell Anderson. 6'2", 200 pounds, a physical, not a possession receiver, because he has some serious speed to burn you down the field. But his ethos, his core, is a possession receiver. The way he catches the ball, the way he fights for extra yards. Love everything about Terrell Anderson's game. Think he's going to be a perfect fit in the Big Ten. Very good sized target for Jaden Maiava. And Terrell Anderson's a guy that really turned heads at spring camp. Really stood out in a positive way. Brings that veteran leadership to the room. If you wanted to make a poster, who are the two guys that are going to lead this USC receiver room? It's going to be Tanuk Hines and it's going to be Terrell Anderson. A true sophomore in Tanuk Hines and a true junior in Terrell Anderson are the most veteran guys in this room, and they're going to be the ones we look to. Guys, Prize Picks is the presenting partner of the Trojan Blade here on YouTube, and there is not a better time to head over there and get started than right now. All you have to do to start playing with America's #1 daily fantasy sports app is click that link down below in the description, sign up for Prize Picks with code HMA, and you're going to get $50 on lineups instantly when you play your first $5 or more lineup. It's a fantastic deal and one you should absolutely be taking advantage of right now. Now to play, you're just going to go through and create a lineup, selecting more or less on specific player stats, lock it in, and your lineup is set. And my lineup for you, I'm keeping it really simple this week. France and Morocco, killing Mbappe to score a goal, selecting the more than half a goal option, and the same thing with Erling Haaland against England. You can't go wrong with the two best strikers in the entire world. So that's my play. Shout out Prize Picks. Now let's get back to the video. Next up, let's talk about Corey Sims. So Corey's a very interesting guy, 6'3", 205. So he played against TCU in that bowl game, and I thought he was okay. Definitely room for improvement. He's one of those guys, I feel like he's going to be a boomer bust. I don't really think he's going to be like a Kyron Hudson, where he's just pretty good, and that's the full extent of it. I feel like he's either going to pop off this year and have a really good highlight reel, high pointing balls, contested catches, big touchdowns, or he's just not going to play and he's going to transfer at the end of the year. That's what it feels like to me. He's every bit of 6'3". He's from St. Louis, so he's got a dog in him, and he plays that way on the field. But if he's going to do it at USC, this is his year to finally do it. But with as many guys as we have coming into this room, he's really going to have to take it to a different level because the kids that are entering this program are legit, and we'll get into some of them right now. My favorite true freshman wide receiver we have in this class, Caden Dixon-Wyatt. From Mater Dei, 6'2", 195. This is a technician on the football field, a brilliant route runner, one of the smartest receivers in this entire freshman class, knows how to find the open space in zone coverage, a hands catcher of the football. This is a kid that knows how to play the position of wide receiver. It's not just his position, it's his craft. He lives it. I love everything about the way this kid plays football. I love it. You don't get recruited to go play wideout at Ohio State if you're just physical talent. The way Brian Hartline recruited his wideouts there, you have to be technical, you have to be smart. And Caden fits every single one of those boxes to a T. If there's one guy that's college ready coming in from these high school kids, I think it is KDW. I think he's going to be on the field early. I think he's going to be on the field often. And I think he's going to be a truly big-time talent this year for this USC wide receiver room. Jaden Mayava is going to love him. Long arms, big catch radius, and he brings in everything that comes his way. Very excited about him. He's going to make a big impact as a true freshman, in my opinion. Next up, let's talk about Trent Mosley, the slot receiver from Santa Margarita. Again, I don't think slot's a position where we have a nailed down guy. Trent Mosley's going to be on the field. He's very explosive, 5'10", 180. This is a guy you just want to get the ball in his hands, reverses, swings, screens, pop passes, touch passes, do anything you can, and he's going to make plays. And again, he got given that number 4. That's a big deal for true freshmen. It just is. I could for sure see him getting the Zachariah Branch treatment this year, being sort of that gadget screen guy, but I think the volume will be significantly less, as it should be for any offense nowadays. But I think that could be his role, and I could see him excelling in that in a very big way this year. Next up, let's talk about Boobie Feaster. He's actually not on the roster. He was not a spring enrollee. He is going to be there for fall camp. Will be on the fall roster, probably updated pretty shortly. But man, oh man, this is a big-time talent at the wide receiver position. Probably the best athlete of all the wideouts we're bringing in. So dangerous with the ball in his hands, runs great routes. He can return kicks. He can house it from anywhere on the field. He is a joy to watch. He's going to be so much fun. The name alone was going to have him being a fan favorite at USC. But when Boobie gets the ball in his hands, man, pure electricity. I cannot wait to see this kid on the field. And as excited as I am to have him at USC just because I love USC and I want us to have good players, the fact that I get to say Boobie Feaster on this channel again and again and again brings me so much joy. You guys have no idea. Next up, let's talk about Luke Weaver, the 6'2", 210-pound freshman from Notre Dame High School. Reminds me a bit of Kyle Ford. He obviously has that size, just a very physical presence out there, plays the game almost the exact same way. How much playing time is he going to get? I'm not sure. When you play that physical brand of football as a receiver and you're a freshman, it can be hard to adjust to the game. Having the size and the strength, that's something Tim Prangley always says, and he's dead on. Having the strength, the physical grown man strength that some of these guys have in college football, especially in the Big Ten, these DBs are no joke. It just takes a while to get up to there, even if you have the size, which he has the size. There's no doubt about that. But not sure how much playing time he's going to get as a true freshman. I would expect to see him on the field in those first few games against San Jose, against Louisiana, against Fresno, and then probably shut it down after that, maybe take a red shirt. A guy I'm very excited about who's a redshirt freshman, he was in last year's class, is Mo Eisen, baby Jordan Addison, 6 foot 180 from Baltimore, Maryland, and he loves to run those crispy routes, man. This guy, great feet, great hips, great shoulders. He knows how to use his body just to throw the defensive back off just a little bit, and then he can create that separation. And when the ball's thrown his way, he catches it. I loved his high school tape. I will say, if it doesn't happen for Mo this year on the field, probably not going to happen at USC, similar way to Corey Sims. These guys' clocks are always ticking, and that's just something we're going to have to learn to deal with in this modern era. But yeah, Mo Eisen, huge on him. Would love to see him get a role. The last wideout we're going to talk about is Zacharias Williams. People were super high on him last year when he came over from Utah, and I'm not really sure why. I think he can have a role this year, but I don't think he's going to be the superstar receiver that a lot of USC fans were projecting him to be when he played so little at Utah. He's very talented. He can do a job for you. He could be a chain mover. He can pop up for an explosive play over the top every now and again. I think he's going to be a nice rotational piece for this unit. Now, size and talent, could he pop off and be a true, I won't say number one, but just a big-time receiver in this group? I think so. Don't think that's the most likely of outcomes for him, but there certainly is a path where he can contribute. He is entering his third year of college football and hasn't really done much up to this point. Next up, let's get to the tight ends, and we have to talk about tight end 1, true freshman Mark Bowman. Some have called him a generational prospect at the tight end spot. 6'4", 235, runs like the wind, runs great routes, catches everything. Baby Brock Bowers, however you want to describe him, Mark Bowman is coming in with all of the hype, and the question now, can he live up to it? I think he can. I'm also a very biased USC fan. Time will tell with Mark Bowman, but the only thing we can say for sure now is this is the best skill set, the best tool belt, the best athletic profile we've had at tight end since, God, maybe Fred Davis. I mean, this is a different level of athlete, a different caliber of player. He's easily the player I'm most excited to watch on this entire team this year, and I know he is for so many of you as well. You hate to put all of your eggs in the basket of a true freshman at a position as important as tight end, but man, if there's anyone who can live up to the hype, I think it's Mark Bowman. Next up, the guy that I think is going to be tight end 2, got some playing time as a true freshman, Tanella Tupou. Hopefully I'm saying his name right. I always get comments that I say his name a different way every single time I say it. That's probably true, but for Tanella, this is a guy the coaching staff loves. A guy that had that great moment in last year's Bruin game. This is another kid that has that dog in him, plays the game the right way, very chesty, very vocal, going to get in the opponent's face, and I absolutely love that. Also, 88 is the best tight end number of all time, so shout out to him for that. And he's just the guy that's logically going to take the next step in being that number 2 tight end. Now, I know a lot of people are going to point to Wisconsin transfer Tucker Ashcraft, but all I would say to you is he's not really a tight end. They call him a tight end, that's fine. He's an H-back fullback, that's what he is. He's an extra offensive lineman that occasionally can leak out and catch a ball. Maybe he'll catch a few touchdowns down near the goal line, but this is not a receiving threat at all. He was not a Wisconsin. I mean, he's 6'5", 260 pounds, redshirt junior. This is a kid that's going to mix it up in the blocking game. He's going to be physical. He's going to bring that Big Ten downhill attacking mentality to the blocking game. And he's going to be a dude for you in the run game. He really is. It's a tough job, what he's going to be asked to do, but I think he can do it. It's crazy to me that in year 1 of Lincoln Riley, we were using Josh Follow in this role. And now we have a guy like Tucker Ashcraft that's just so handcrafted for the Big Ten. Did a job over there at Wisconsin and is going to hopefully do the same for us out in Los Angeles. Carson Tabarachi is still around. Very good guy to have for the locker room. Hopefully he can catch a touchdown early in the season. Always good seeing number 24 out there. Walter Matthews is a fan favorite, 6'6", but really 6'7", 285-pound monster at the tight end spot. One of the nicest kids on the team. Love Walter Matthews. Former basketball player. Insane athletic profile. Can he finally get on the field this year and catch a touchdown, catch a few balls? Would love to see that for him. Big Walter Matthews guy. And finishing up, we have Josiah Jefferson, the JUCO transfer, 6'3", 235. This kid's a hell of an athlete. Hell of an athlete. It wouldn't surprise me if he ends up being number 2 in receptions in the tight end room. This is a very highly rated JUCO kid. I mean, the athletic profile is very, very nice. He's got that Vernon Davis build to him. A lot of catch and run opportunities on drag routes. Very nice piece to round out this tight end room that's going to be brand new this year. Walker Lyons, gone. Lake McCree, gone. Even from a few years ago, Cade Eldridge, gone. This is a brand new room this year. A lot of new faces. All the pass catchers. This is going to be so much new. I'm very grateful we have those 3 really easy games to open the year because these guys need time to gel. They need time to get that chemistry with Jade Mayava actually on the field in real games with live bullets flying. So yeah, overall, very excited about this group. The upside is insane. Is it going to take a while to really get the best out of these guys? I think so. Don't be surprised if we're a little sluggish outside of Tanook and Terrell to start the year. A lot of kids coming up right now, getting inserted into this lineup. A lot of new faces, a lot of new numbers, a lot for us to learn as fans, and a lot for them to learn as well as a pass-catching unit. But guys, that is going to do it for Fall Camp Preview Episode 3. If you did happen to enjoy the video, please do leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Really appreciate you guys being here. You're all awesome, and as always, take care and fight on.